The recognition of Palestinian statehood by Ireland, Norway and Spain marks a pivotal chapter in the annals of Middle Eastern diplomacy. These gestures might not immediately alter the rugged landscape of Israeli-Palestinian relations, but they send ripples across the waters of international politics, suggesting a potential shift in how the world engages with this enduring conflict. The United Nations General Assembly has also played a significant role in this journey, with numerous resolutions supporting Palestinian self-determination. Symbolic acts such as the raising of the Palestinian flag at the UN headquarters further underscore the growing international recognition. Diplomatic negotiations and peace talks continue to be crucial in this complex process, highlighting the importance of dialogue and compromise. Global protests and widespread support for Palestine reflect the international community's vested interest in a peaceful resolution. As we delve deeper into this series, we will explore the milestones and challenges on the road to Palestinian statehood, shedding light on the future prospects for peace and stability in the region. The quest for Palestinian statehood is deeply woven into the fabric of the 20th and 21st centuries, marked by turmoil, negotiations, and the quest for recognition. The roots of this struggle can be traced back to the early 20th century, with the fall of the Ottoman Empire and the subsequent British mandate in Palestine. The mid-20th century saw the establishment of Israel in 1948, leading to significant displacement and conflict. Over the decades, numerous attempts at peace and statehood have been made, including the Oslo Accords in the 1990s. Understanding this history is essential to comprehend the significance of recent diplomatic milestones and their potential impact on future peace processes. Ireland has long been a vocal supporter of human rights, and its decision to recognize Palestinian statehood extends this commitment to the international arena. This move not only underscores its historical empathy towards struggles for national identity, but also sets a precedent in European politics. Ireland's Parliament has consistently advocated for the rights of oppressed peoples, and this recognition is a testament to its enduring commitment. By recognizing Palestinian statehood, Ireland strengthens its position in global human rights initiatives and diplomatic missions. This decision also reflects Ireland's historical support for independence movements and its active role in European Union discussions on human rights and statehood. Known for its pivotal role in the Oslo Accords, Norway's recognition of Palestine reinforces its legacy as a peace mediator. This decision can be seen as part of a broader strategy to rejuvenate stalled peace talks and promote a two-state solution. Beyond the Oslo Accords, Norway has been actively involved in various international peacekeeping missions and diplomatic efforts. For instance, Norway played a significant role in the peace processes in Sri Lanka, Colombia, and Sudan. Its commitment to humanitarian aid and conflict resolution further underscores its influence on the global stage. Norway's contributions to peace have been recognized globally, including through the Nobel Peace Prize, which is awarded in Oslo. By recognizing Palestinian statehood, Spain joins a growing list of European countries adjusting their diplomatic sails to advocate for justice and peace in the Middle East. This move is significant as it could encourage other nations to follow suit, thereby amplifying the call for statehood. Spain's parliament has been vocal in its support, passing resolutions that call for the recognition of Palestine as a state. This legislative backing adds weight to Spain's diplomatic stance. Beyond political recognition, Spain has also contributed through humanitarian aid and development projects in Palestinian territories, fostering cultural exchanges and building infrastructure. Spain's efforts are part of a broader European Union strategy, working collaboratively at international summits to push for a peaceful resolution and the establishment of a Palestinian state. The act of recognizing Palestinian statehood carries profound symbolic weight. It acknowledges Palestinian national aspirations and legitimizes their claims in international discourse, potentially reshaping future diplomatic engagements. This recognition is not merely a political gesture. It's a powerful affirmation of identity and sovereignty. It sends a message to the world that the Palestinian people have a rightful place among the nations. Such recognition can influence international policies and alliances, encouraging other nations to follow suit. It can also bolster the Palestinian cause, providing them with greater leverage in negotiations. The symbolism extends beyond politics, touching the hearts and minds of people worldwide. It inspires hope and solidarity, reinforcing the belief that justice and self-determination are achievable goals. Ultimately, the recognition of Palestinian statehood is a step towards a more inclusive and equitable international community where the voices of all peoples are heard and respected. These recognitions may recalibrate international relations, particularly within the United Nations and other international bodies, where alignments and alliances play crucial roles. They could also influence how other countries engage with Israel and Palestine, balancing diplomatic ties and policy decisions. The recognition of Palestinian statehood could lead to new peace initiatives, fostering cooperation and potentially easing regional tensions. Economic relations might also be impacted, with new trade agreements and partnerships forming. Overall, the shift in international relations could pave the way for a more balanced and inclusive global dialogue. For Israel, these recognitions could be seen as diplomatic setbacks or wake-up calls, prompting a re-evaluation of its policies towards Palestinians. This could lead to shifts in diplomatic strategies and internal debates within Israel. For Palestine, these recognitions are morale boosters, reinforcing their national claims and supporting their quest for greater international legitimacy and support. This international backing can strengthen their position in negotiations and increase their leverage on the global stage. Ultimately, these developments could pave the way for renewed peace talks and a more balanced dialogue between the two sides. These diplomatic recognitions could serve as catalysts for reviving peace talks. They might encourage both sides to return to the negotiating table with renewed vigor and perhaps more willingness to compromise, seeing that the international community's patience and willingness to accept the status quo might be dwindling. The involvement of key international players could also provide the necessary pressure and support to push for meaningful progress. With a concerted effort from all parties involved, there is hope that a sustainable and just resolution can be achieved. The road ahead is undoubtedly challenging, but the prospects for peace remain a beacon of hope for many. The Middle East is a complex chessboard of interests and alliances, and the recognition of Palestinian statehood alters the dynamics of this geopolitical game. It could lead to realignments or adjustments in policies, especially among neighboring Arab states and other regional powers. For instance, the relationship between Iran and Saudi Arabia could be impacted, as well as Turkey's strategic interests in the region. Additionally, US foreign policy in the Middle East might see significant shifts, along with the European Union's stance and global diplomatic efforts. These changes could pave the way for new peace talks and regional stability initiatives. The global reaction to these recognitions varies from enthusiastic support to cautious skepticism. How this plays out in international forums could further influence the trajectory of Palestinian statehood efforts. In the United Nations, several member states have voiced strong support advocating for immediate recognition and full membership for Palestine. Meanwhile, in Europe, opinions are divided. Some countries push for a more assertive stance, while others urge a more measured approach. In the Middle East, reactions are mixed. Some neighboring countries see this as a step towards peace, while others remain wary of the implications. Public opinion also varies widely, with demonstrations both in support of and against Palestinian statehood occurring in cities around the world. Media coverage reflects this diversity of opinion, highlighting the complex and multifaceted nature of the issue. As diplomatic discussions continue, the global community watches closely, aware that the outcome could reshape the geopolitical landscape. Despite these recognitions, numerous legal and political challenges remain. Issues such as borders, the status of Jerusalem, security concerns, and the rights of refugees are still contentious and unresolved. The question of borders is particularly complex, with both sides claiming historical and strategic territories. Jerusalem's status is another major sticking point, with its religious and political significance making compromise difficult. Security concerns also play a critical role as both parties seek guarantees against future conflicts. The rights of refugees displaced by decades of conflict add another layer of legal and humanitarian challenges. International diplomacy continues to grapple with these issues, seeking a resolution that balances legal precedents, political realities, and humanitarian needs. The road to Palestinian statehood remains fraught with obstacles, but efforts persist in pursuit of a lasting peace. Public opinion can be a powerful force in shaping government policies. The global public's reaction to these recognitions and its continued engagement with the issue could pressure more governments to recognize Palestinian statehood. Throughout history, we have seen how public opinion can influence political decisions. Large-scale protests and demonstrations can draw attention to the cause and sway political leaders to take action. In the digital age, social media campaigns have become a significant tool for mobilizing public opinion. Hashtags, viral posts, and online petitions can amplify voices and create a global movement. International news coverage also plays a crucial role in shaping public opinion. Media outlets can highlight the struggles and aspirations of the Palestinian people, bringing their plight to a wider audience. Ultimately, the sustained pressure from an informed and engaged global public can compel political leaders to reconsider their stance and potentially recognize Palestinian statehood. The road to Palestinian statehood is fraught with hurdles, but also dotted with milestones of hope. The recent recognitions by Ireland, Norway, and Spain may not immediately change the ground reality, but they signal a growing international willingness to address and perhaps resolve one of the longest-standing conflicts in modern history. As we look to the future, these diplomatic gestures will undoubtedly play a crucial role in shaping the contours of Middle Eastern peace and stability. The journey is long, but with continued international support and diplomatic efforts, a peaceful resolution may be within reach.